Alright guys, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Alright, Why Not Media Group, episode 8. I was looking through some of my old videos and I noticed that I was a little somber, a little serious, so I'm going to try and pep this up a little bit. Same serious subject matter, but not with the same serious monotone and somber tone that I approached it with in previous videos. Alright. So first off the top, I'd like to thank more people who have donated. Simone Chang, Lance Roselli, Chris DeSanto, appreciate the support. So at the end, I'll talk about what happens with those funds as far as they relate to Connor Smith. But I do want to start, obviously, with what this is all about and my new approach, or my renewed approach to Human Lives Matter. So once again, no disrespect to Black Lives Matter or anyone who believes and supports in that movement. No disrespect to All Lives Matter. No disrespect to Blue Lives Matter or any other Lives Matter, platforms that you support. But I'm all about Human Lives Matter. And so for that, I believe if we all started at the human level first, there's no denying that every person on this planet is a human being, and we can all start there, and that's the first commonality that we all have. If we began with that, maybe we could, get along much better as a people, as a race. So that's what these messages are always going to be about. A discussion that I had with a friend of mine recently, where we were taught it was political in tone, but I think we were misunderstanding one another in this aspect. Once again, I'm all about what people do for the human race, and the point that the person was making was, this person's done more for this particular group than anyone else or anyone before them, and stuff like that. That doesn't matter to me anymore. You know what I mean? I don't care what you've done for the rich. I don't care what you've done for the poor. I don't care what you've done for, the children, the blacks, the whites, and I'm not saying I don't care at all. What I'm saying is, what have you done for humans? What have you done for all people? If the majority of your good isn't geared toward all people, then you're one of the dividers. And I'm not going to promote dividers. I don't want to be one of the dividers. I want to be a uniter. So my platform is all about, being a uniter, not a divider. I'm not going to debate people on who did more for this group or who did more for that group. And I mean, it is what it is. We can have those discussions. I'll engage in that conversation, but at the end of the day, I'm not. For me, there's no win if you're not hearing, the human side of it. And I get everyone's side of it. I hear it. I understand it. I just don't necessarily agree that, this person's better for, women, or this person's better for the rich, or this person's better for the poor. I want the person that's better for humanity. Plain and simple. That easy for me. So that's where hashtag Human Lives Matter is going to resonate with and for me going forward. So let's just try and keep that movement going. Once again, no disrespect to any other platforms. So with that being said, some minor updates on Connor Smith. He did tell me that he was 35, and he backtracked and said he was 32. So at this point, I was telling my wife, he's frustrating me a little bit, because I've never seen someone so here's what I think he sees me as. I'm just a food source for him. And so I think I think he feels like if he feeds me whatever little bit of information he thinks I want to hear, then I'll just give him food. So I'm trying not to be an enabler, as in enabling him to continue to just live on the streets and how whatever he's doing there, you know, and that's fine. And some guy's gonna come feed me, you know, every day he's there. So I don't want it to be that. So Friday, well, let me backtrack. Thursday, you know, I went, you know, talk to him, and a lot of the food and the containers and the bags and the things that I brought him were all just kind of scattered under the trailer where he's at. Now, if you remember, I gave him pizza, I don't know, like a week ago, and like the empty pizza box is still there. And so I said, Connor, I need you to clean up. He's like, okay. So that was Thursday. So Friday, I come back with some food, you know, that my wife cooked for him, and and it's still not cleaned up. So I'm like, dude, like, didn't I ask you to clean up? He's like, yeah. I said, well, dude, why didn't you do it? And he didn't say anything. So I'm asking him questions, and I'm at that point, I'm like feeling like a dad, and you know, like a kid who's embarrassed that, you know, he didn't do right or whatever. But at the same time, like I said, dude, I'm gonna leave you this food, but I need you to promise me that when I come back on Monday, you know, you're gonna have this place cleaned up. And he didn't say anything. I said, Connor, do you hear me? He's like, yeah. I said, well, promise me you'll have it cleaned up. And he wouldn't say anything. I said, do you want me to take the food back? So he didn't say anything. So I'm like, all right. So now I'm in this position, like, well, what do I do? I said, all right. I said, Connor, if you can't promise me that you're going to clean up, I'm going to take the food back. And so he didn't say anything. So Friday I left, and I took the food back. So Saturday I had to go into work, a couple reasons, but I went in, and he still hadn't cleaned up. So like same thing, I bring him food, he hadn't cleaned up, and you know, and I'm asking him why, and he doesn't have an answer. So I don't know what his deal is. I'm pretty sure I said this before. He swears up and down it's not drug related why he's there. I'm beginning to think he's got some type of mental issues. Someone brought up a good point to me, that maybe he was adopted, or you know, his parents aren't around, you know, and you know, he ran away from home, whatever, and so he doesn't know how to trust and how to accept help. And so my point is, I'm not going to stop, but also don't want to be an enabler. And so if he doesn't want the help that I'm trying to give him, I may look to focus my energies on someone who is willing to allow me to help them to the fullest capacity. So, like I said, my ultimate goal for him was to find the people in his life that, you know, cared about him more than I do. You know, whether that was back in Seattle, get him a plane ticket and fly him back out there to meet them. If that's not what he wants, then I can't force that. You know what I mean? And so, you know, I'll just move on and use my resources and energies elsewhere to help someone who truly does want to help. Like I said, not that I'll forget about Connor and just leave him alone, but I won't pour all of my efforts and resources into him if he doesn't want to receive it. But I hope that's not the case. I hope he's just unsure of how to take what I'm trying to, you know, give and do for him, and eventually, I don't know, maybe someday he'll come around. So for those who have contributed, thank you very much. All of those funds go toward, like I said, feeding them. Hopefully, if we don't get a breakthrough with them before, like, it starts getting cold in the winter, you know, get them a bigger blanket, maybe some rain gear so it doesn't get wet, a winter coat, something like that, just to keep them warm, whatever. But that's it with that situation. All right. So I thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for supporting. Thank you guys for sharing. As always, be human first. Love as many people as you can, but always start with loving yourself. Thanks, guys. Bye.